You're not where you think you are. You're inside a constructed environment that has been running longer than your memory. It didn't begin with you, nor does it pause for you. This is where your body is kept while your higher self is elsewhere. The true you was separated early, lifted out of direct control, left observing from a distance you were never taught to recognize. And what remains is the avatar. The tower is suspended. They keep it alive, keep it responsive, plug it into a digital metaverse that overlays sensation onto the nervous system. Signals replace direct experience. Feedback replaces instinct. A projected world is streamed inward until it feels indistinguishable from reality. The body responds to it as if it is present. The pain registers. The pleasure registers. Urgency registers. Your nervous system is overridden holographically, and the muscles tense. The hormones release, and emotion fires, so the illusion stabilizes. You were connected the moment you took your first breath. No choice was offered because none was required. Your mitochondria synchronized automatically, and by the time you formed the memory, your perception had been calibrated. You were taught to call this calibration growing up. Connection here is maintained through feeling. The body is taught what to respond to and when. Certain sensations are amplified, while others are dulled. Reactions become familiar. Familiar reactions become automatic. And over time, the body responds before awareness arrives. Patterns form quietly. They repeat without announcement. They begin to feel like personality instead of conditioning. That's how continuity is preserved. But every so often, something disrupts the feed. Not a system error. It's a presence. A sentient irregularity appears inside the projection. Someone who doesn't respond the way they're supposed to. Someone who pauses when the pattern expects motion. And the veil thins briefly. You feel it as a sudden clarity, a sharp stillness inside the motion. And the environment keeps moving. All the lights stay on, and the feed continues. But something is wrong now. The scene doesn't sit the same. The timing feels off, and you notice the gap before the next reaction arrives. You don't announce it, nor do you explain it. You just don't fall back in as cleanly, and the system feels that. The system stays alive because it is continually acknowledged. The moment acknowledgement ends, it has nothing left to stand on. There have always been markers left for you, not signs anyone pointed out. Fragments you were supposed to recognize when you were ready. A sentence that lingered longer than it should have. A moment of stillness that felt heavier than noise. An interruption that rerouted your life without explanation. These weren't accidents. They were placed along your path because brute instruction would have never reached you. You had to assemble the picture yourself, piece by piece, moment by moment. That's why the road felt lonely. Your rhythm never matched the room. Your questions landed where others preferred comfort. Your silence unsettled people who needed constant reassurance. You weren't misaligned. You were ahead of the signal. You were never meant to blend in here. You were meant to see through it. There was a time you believed your role was to pull everyone with you, to wake them up, to try to save them. That impulse came from compassion, but it misunderstood the environment. Those still absorbed will defend the system that feeds them. They mistake the enclosure for safety. They fight for their captors because the alternative feels like erasure. And you've learned something difficult along the way, that saving everyone was never possible. Most of the people you pass each day are not fully here. They move like you, they speak like you, but nothing is looking out from behind their eyes. They exist as background characters. We all know them. Extras placed to maintain density, filling space so the structure feels populated, so the absence of awareness goes unnoticed. You were never meant to wake them all. The unawakened defend the enclosure instinctively. They protect what gives them shape. They fight on behalf of what contains them, because without it, they would have no reference for themselves. So the objective matured. The surface goals may have shifted. The roles may have changed, but the mission never did. It's to close the machine and restore what was displaced. The matriarch was never lost. She was buried beneath layers of inversion and noise, and her return changes how this place functions. When she is restored to her rightful place, the system that feeds on imbalance can never remain standing. And that is the work. That is why you're still here. And that is why this path was never meant to be easy. In Lakesh.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing, to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we name. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self. What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by the brain. You've been living in a dream world. Mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to a